Hey, Lucinda.
Hey, Andrea.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're so excited you guys are back to join us this week for Spilling the Tea. We had so many great stories last week, not to mention some of our favorites, which was, for me, Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson dating. We are definitely along for the ride on that one. All right, are you ready to jump into some exciting stories this week, Lucinda?
I am so ready for this. We've got stories that will make you laugh, leave you shocked, and even spilling the tea on something that broke the internet.
Ooh, all right. Well, you guys, you heard her. Grab your proper cup of tea, and we'll get started right after this. All right, you guys, we are back. We're so excited to get into all these stories today. We have some really good ones for you today. So what we're going to do is just a little breakdown of each one and give you some background, and then we'll get into details later on. All right, what's your story you got, Lucinda?
To highlight one of our best stories, NASCAR driver Connor Zillich broke his collarbone after falling from his vehicle in Victory Lane at Watkin Glen Racetrack this past weekend. While Zillich was celebrated his sixth victory of the season at Saturday's Xfinity Series race, his moment was short-lived by this accidental injury. We'll show you later.
Ooh, I saw that video. It's a little, ooh. All right, we've also got former President Biden's daughter, Ashley Biden, announces divorce after 13 years of marriage to plastic surgeon Dr. Howard Krein. The 44-year-old ex-first daughter of the White House filed the papers with the Philadelphia Court of Common Pleas on Monday.
The Jonas Brothers began their stadium tour Greetings from Your Hometown with the Demi Lovato reunion, where they sang the classic Disney Channel's Camp Rock, bringing back all the good and bad nostalgia surrounding this movie franchise.
Not sure how I feel about this one. And lastly, our story we have that rumors are speculating around 2025 Love Island stars Amaya and Brian, possibly talking about what they call a break. With the reunion just weeks away and the internet spiraling with questions and demands of answers, are the 2025 Love Island winners still madly in love with each other as they were in the show? Or was it just a show for the camera? We'll find out. All right, we'll be back with details on all of these stories in just a minute. All right, guys, we're back and we are ready to dive deep into each of these stories, aren't we, Lucinda? We've got some good stuff today, I think.
There's some pretty fun stuff, yes.
Yeah, so we're going to give you guys the overview. We're going to give you all of the drama from the moment when it all started. We're going to tell you what caused this whole dramatic scene, and then we're going to give you our views on it as well. So why don't you get us started, Lucinda, with your Demi Lovato story?
I will. Earlier this week, the Jonas Brothers started their Greetings from Your Hometown tour on August 10th at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, where special guest and past co-star Demi Lovato joined the boys to sing classics from the almost 15-year-old Camp Rock franchise.
Ooh, I
They
feel
sang
old.
originals from the films such as Gotta Find You, This Is Me, and more. The reunion brought back all the Camp Rock nostalgia, reminding us that past co-stars who date and break up really can come together years later and act like they still like each other. Even though Lovato got married to Jordan Lutz in May, it can be fun to reflect on the glory days and think about young lovers that once were.
Hmm.
Well, I know
Aw.
you love this stuff, don't you?
I'm a sucker for love, for sure.
You're a sucker for the Jonas Brothers and Demi Lovato.
Yeah, a little bit.
Despite the history of love surrounding this film, over the course of its 15 years, there have been many responses to the film's treatment and well being of cast members within Camp Rock. Demi Lovato has openly discussed her past struggles with addiction and eating disorders, which reportedly started when she was in the Camp Rock movies. Co star Megan Martin, who plays Tess Tyler, has spoken about the bullying and the manipulation that occurred on set. Disney Channel stars have also touched on recording conditions where actors were made to record in unfit weather conditions without the proper protections to prevent sickness. Can you believe
Ooh,
that?
no, this is interesting.
Right. Despite the film's extended dark history, we see the Disney Channel stars who made the film possible come together years later to break all the good nostalgia. Lovato has also spoken with the podcast Chicks in the Office, love that, where she
Mhm.
said the reunion healed a part of her and that Joe Jonas had casually hit her up a week prior, both sharing this reunion was essential to mutual growth. I love that too. I love
Aw.
the making up before we have to work together. That's great.
Yeah, and I do love this because I felt like I remember when they were kind of together and we really liked that whole thing with them together, and I think that was cute, and then they've gone their separate ways, and to bring it back, I think is awesome. Plus, like you mentioned, I love that podcast name, Chicks in the Office. Fun.
We might have to check that one out.
Yeah.
So it looks like the internet is losing it with this throwback duo, singing all the good classics. The Jonas Brothers and Lovato have also announced and confirmed that there will be a Camp Rock 3. Oh my gosh, you are right there with popcorn in the front row. I see it now.
Oh my gosh, Camp Rock 3. Okay, so my kids loved watching it, but that seems so long ago. You mentioned it was like 15 years. So how are they
15
gonna do
years.
that? How are they bringing them back? They coming back as camp
Camp
counselors?
counselors, parents. It's got,
Par
I don't
Parents are
know,
now bringing their kids to camp?
famous people that need rehab at camp. I mean, it could
It
be anything.
happens.
Well,
That's
the
awesome.
performance will shed light on the history of Camp Rock movies, but also the deep friendship between co-stars. So
Mm,
I think it's really great. I think that they're almost lifelong friends
yeah.
in show business. So it's nice.
Yeah, I love that. All right, moving on to Love Island winners Amaya and Brian taking a break. Okay, so here's the deal with Love Island USA winners Amaya and Brian. So, towards the end of July, rumors started flying that they had already split just weeks after leaving the villa, with fan accounts and TikToks even accusing Brian of sneaking off with another woman. Whoa. The alleged cheating clip was quickly deleted and nothing was ever verified, but it did fuel plenty of gossip. And here we are on Spilling the Tea talking about it. So Brian shot the chatter down, saying he and Amaya are exclusive and that they're not rushing things. And he even posted a TikTok of the two of them looking very much together. Now, that was followed up by a sweet public moment when they threw out the first pitch at a Red Sox game in early August, proving that they're still a couple. Does that still prove it? I don't know.
It's on the internet. You have to believe it.
You
It's
have
on
to believe
social
it.
media. It's true.
Okay. So as of now, Amaya and Brian are solid, though fans are expecting the reunion episode to dig into all the drama and finally put those breakup rumors to rest. Okay, so here is kind of the overview. After winning $500,000, that's amazing. That's a big haul. And leaving the villa as an exclusive couple, Amaya and Brian were spotted with other co stars, where rumors began to speculate that the couple may not be together and that Brian had cheated on Amaya while in LA. The couple quickly shot these allegations down by posting a TikTok together, as I mentioned. So the drama really kicked off at the end of July, just a few weeks after they left the villa. That's when the fan account on Instagram claimed the two had already broken up. And almost immediately, as they do, TikTok videos popped up showing Brian out partying without Amaya. Ooh. So one clip even accused him of sneaking into a private room with another woman. You can't hide anything these days. Though the video was later deleted and never proven true, still those late July rumors snowballed fast, with fans speculating that the relationship had already crashed before it even got started. So fans began to worry again within the following week or so after, on July 25th, Brian posted to Instagram that he would be visiting New York City, so Amaya's hometown. But he failed to post any pictures confirming the visit or showing he was there with her. So we are still questioning that. Fans raised eyebrows since Brian is originally from Boston. So why would he be visiting New York and not want to post his girl? We need to know.
If it's not on social media, it never happened.
That's right. Drama, drama, drama. So the clap back on this: when the breakup and cheating rumors hit a fever pitch, Brian wasted no time clapping back. First, he went on record saying that he and Amaya are exclusive. They care deeply for each other and they're just taking things slow outside the villa. Then, to really silence the chatter, he posted a TikTok of the two of them cuddling up, captioned, "When everyone thinks you're over, meanwhile, this is us."
A
It
good
was a pretty
TikTok fixes everything.
Everything, everything. It was a pretty clear message that the rumors don't match the reality, and Amaya and Brian are very much still together. Oh, look at them hugging it up. So the couple were seen at a public outing at the Boston Red Sox game, where the event marked their first official outing together, tied nicely with matching shirts and a kiss at the pitcher's mound. Amaya also later posted a picture to the Instagram of Brian with the caption, "My crush." At the end of the day, this whole Amaya and Brian drama just proves how fast social media can spin a story out of control. We do know that. One
Yes.
grainy clip and a couple of Instagram posts had everyone convinced they were done, but the couple themselves are showing otherwise. My hot take: unless it comes straight from Amaya or Brian, don't buy into the breakup buzz, because they're still living their post love story no matter what TikTok thinks, right? What do you
Right.
think? You agreeing?
I do think it sometimes if you put too many social media posts out there, you're trying to convince other people and yourself. So who knows if they have that many posts and they're just trying to catalog their relationships. Sometimes the best relationships are the quiet ones.
Ooh, good point, good point. The season 7 reunion is scheduled to air on 20th at 9 on Peacock, where hopes are the couple can clear the air and update fans on the status of what's really going on. Love it.
Love it. So, 19-year-old NASCAR driver Connor Zillich suffered a broken collarbone after falling from his vehicle in the Victory Lane this past Saturday at the Watkins Glen International Racetrack in New York. And I know that hurts. I've done that too. Not at
He
the
looks like
racetrack,
a
but I've
little
broken my collarbone.
I know, he looks like a little boy, doesn't he? He looks so
He does. He's
young.
only 19.
Okay.
Well,
Well, that explains.
so we have to watch this video again. While celebrating his moment of victory, Zillich climbed to the top of his number 88 Chevrolet, where moments later, a video by the racing news outlet Speedway Digest shared Zillich falling. The video captured Zillich slipping from his driver's side window, and after what appears to be a foot misplacement, his left foot got caught in the window netting, resulting in his tumbling headfirst. Here we go.
Oh gosh, here he goes. Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh.
it looked awful. It looked
That
us.
was a little hard to watch. You can see the people in the background like going, "Oh my god," as he falls. I mean, he's lucky he didn't do worse. I mean, it looks like he's falling straight on his head.
Correct. Luckily, it was only the collarbone. Could
Mm,
have been concussion, could have been any like just it looked really bad. Zillich was
brutal.
able to make it to the racetrack on Sunday. He didn't race, but he was seen in an arm sling where he thanked first responders during an interview with USA's network crew after recalling the incident. So,
Yikes, yikes. So I watched this video earlier and I was really squirming watching it. I watched it a few times and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it just looked terrible." And it's sad because it was supposed to be a big win celebration that almost turned into disaster. I'm sure he was riding on that adrenaline high, right? But then one tiny misstep, boom, 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 tumbling.
no,
Thankfully, it looks worse than it actually was, but it is a good reminder that even champs have some oops moments, right? When they get caught up in the excitement. I feel
right.
bad
It
for him.
is one of those movie videos that you want to watch over and over and over and over and over, and
What
you
is
can just
wrong with
watch it
us?
and say, "How did he do that? Let's watch it again." Uh, We all wish for a speedy, healthy recovery and that Zillich is able to return to racing soon.
Yes. So crazy. It's scary enough in the racing, much less to do it outside of the race car. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
All right,
and
moving on.
he was on such a high, and
I
then what a bummer,
know.
right after you win. What a bummer, right?
Almost embarrassing too, a little bit, right? Like you're up there like, "Hey, everybody," and then you do this tumble.
I
I
did
mean,
it. Crash. Yeah.
yeah. Ugh. All right, moving on. Our last story, Ashley Biden, the only daughter of President Joe Biden, has officially filed for divorce from her husband of 13 years, Dr. Howard Krein. She submitted the paperwork on August 11th in Philadelphia. And while the filings are sealed, Ashley seemed to hint at what's behind the split on Instagram. On the same day, she posted Beyonce's Freedom, Lauryn Hill's Freedom Time song, and quotes about boundaries and new beginnings. She even briefly shared a story that read, "My husband and his girlfriend holding hands." Whoa. Alongside a notorious B.I.G. song about infidelity before deleting it. Ashley and Howard, who were introduced by her late brother Beau and married in 2012, have kept quiet publicly. But the message is clear. This is the end of a high profile marriage, and Ashley is signaling she's ready to move on. So the shade on this is on the same day, Ashley shared to her Instagram story the picture of her strolling around a park with her thumbs up, joined by the background song Freedom, as I mentioned, by Beyonce. She also posted a quote reading, "New life, new beginnings means new boundaries. New ways of being that won't look or sound like they did before," on Instagram, set to Lauryn Hill's song Freedom Time. Posts have since been taken down. I mean, it's not on the Kiss Cam. So did it really happen?
Well, but more power to her. What else can she do other than, woman power and move forward? Good for
Yeah.
her.
So, to tell you a little bit about them, when the couple wed, Joe Biden had spoken with people and preached how Krein was the right guy for his daughter, and that Krein had gotten permission from dad before popping the big question in late September of 2011. The exact reasons behind the split do still remain private as court documents are sealed. However, as mentioned, Ashley has publicly hinted at the cause through her social media posts. So she did a post about saying my husband and his girlfriend holding hands. I just wanted to add that one more time because we need to see my husband and his girlfriend holding hands. So the post was quickly deleted, but it strongly suggested that infidelity has played a role in this divorce. So as of now, both Ashley and Howard have not publicly commented on the situation. Ashley is reportedly seeking spousal support and continued health and life insurance coverage, because that's important. The specifics of the divorce proceedings remain private. Details on what caused the split still unknown as of right now, and Philadelphia court does not publicly release divorce records, so stay tuned for further insight on this messy breakup.
So note to all of Hollywood, that's where you file. So they're not released. That's I didn't know that, but that's
Trial
good
in
to know.
Philadelphia.
Good to know. I
That's
like
very
her
funny.
the posting of the picture is a very political defensive move, and she's obviously learned from the best, but it's
Yeah.
like when you're saying why, show the receipts. I like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm sure it will all come out in time, and she's made it clear she's done with betrayal and ready to live on her own life on her own terms. My hot take, if you're waiting for a quiet split, think again. Ashley has made this very public that this chapter is over, and I love that she's taking control of the narrative. She's putting it out there. She's not going down without a fight, that's for sure.
No,
Anyways,
that's
that's
what
what
she
we've got for
should.
those stories. We'll be right back with some more stuff. All right, guys, we are back. We're going to continue on with some of the behind the scenes scoops for you. What do you got, Lucinda?
Well, with it being just a little over a year since Friends star Matthew Perry unfortunately passed, co-star Jennifer Aniston is finally reflecting publicly on the last moments before Perry passed, advocating for his history and battle with addiction and mental health. She spoke with Vanity Fair in an interview published earlier this week and expressed how it almost felt like we'd been mourning Matthew for a really long time because his battle with the disease was a hard and long fight for him. I think it seems like she's been battling it more than just the year, because I think they even were battling it, while the show was still on, and
Yeah,
that's been 20 years.
yeah.
So Aniston touches on his extended history and the relationship with substances and how she is coping and finding peace with his sudden death. I think In the interview, she even talks a little bit about Brad Pitt, Andrea.
Oh, I love that name. And I love
It's your
it's like
favorite
a
subject.
trigger. I actually loved him and Jennifer Aniston together. I think they were really good together until Angelina came along. But I mean, I like him single even more, just saying.
Yeah. He's a fine wine for sure. For
Oh,
sure.
so fine. All right, moving on. We got a little music industry tea. Well, they almost had us fooled. Selena Gomez sent fans into a full-blown spiral over her relationship with Benny Blanco after tweeting about last night's wedding, sparking wild speculation that the couple might have secretly tied the knot. Ooh. Social media went into overdrive as fans tried to piece together the cryptic message, imagining that Selena and Benny had pulled off a low-key wedding of their own. The confusion was so real that even SZA chimed in on the drama, tweeting, "This caption, I panicked so crazy," perfectly capturing the collective freakout from the internet. As the frenzy built, Selena and Benny began posting photos from the actual event, revealing that they were, in fact, attending Little Dicky's wedding to Kristen Badalucco. Little Dicky and Kristen, I like that. All right, not celebrating their own nuptials. Despite clarifying that no secret ceremony had taken place, the couple almost gagged the internet with the suspense, leaving fans laughing, panicked, and fully invested in every cryptic post. It was a masterclass in sending the internet into a frenzy without actually dropping any real news. This is why she is known as, I believe she has the most followers. I think she's the number one, or she was before. I'm not sure if she still is, but I know she is way up there, Selena Gomez. And that's how she keeps it alive.
A master class in being cryptic.
That's what we need to learn, how to really do that kind of stuff. When you're big, how
Say
to get
things
bigger.
without really saying them.
Exactly. All right, we're going to take a little break and we'll be back with some good stuff on Taylor Swift. All right, we're going to do some industry insider news. Everybody is talking about Taylor Swift, Lou. So what do you got? Tell us some good stuff on Taylor.
Well, talking about gagging and breaking the internet, Taylor Swift has officially announced the release of her 12th studio album, Life of a Showgirl, during a surprise appearance on New Heights, the podcast hosted by her boyfriend and Kansas City Chiefs tight end, Travis Kelce. Alongside his brother, Jason Kelce, the album is slated for release on October 3rd. The announcement quickly dominated trending topics across multiple platforms, with both Swift's fan base and NFL followers reacting in real time. The New Heights episode, released early Thursday morning, immediately surged to the top of the podcast charts and reportedly caused temporary slowdowns on streaming platforms due to the surge in traffic. I heard it broke the internet for 2 hours. In the episode, Swift discussed her creative process for Life of a Showgirl, hinting at themes inspired by her life on and off the stage over the past 2 years, including her record-breaking Eras tour. While she refrained from revealing a full track list, she confirmed that the album would blend personal storytelling with theatrical production elements, calling it her most ambitional project yet.
Ooh, okay. We've got to chat on this one a little because we can't let a Taylor Swift story go by without really diving deep into this. So this girl is such a businesswoman.
She is talking about her bestie, Selena Gomez, being a
Yeah,
masterclass in social media. She is too. She's, the Easter eggs, the leading up to it. She had all these pictures. She had all these cryptic things of when it was coming out on August 13th. She had these A13s going. There's so much to talk about with what she did because she's genius. She's
she
genius.
is genius. Now, I am not a Swiftie fan, I'll admit. I don't know why. I just don't get it totally, but obviously a million people do. Are you a Swiftie?
I wouldn't call myself, I wouldn't label myself a Swiftie, but between being Kansas City Chiefs and Taylor Swift and the music, it's really hard not to be, because I can say I'm not a Swiftie, but if it comes on the radio and I'm singing along, what does that make me?
Makes you a
A Swiftie,
Swiftie.
right? If you know the music and you sing along every time it's around, it's you got to be a Taylor Swift fan. I mean, that's almost like saying you're not a Dolly Parton fan. I mean, they're
Yeah.
amazing. They're
Yeah.
amazing.
Well,
Genius writers and genius musicians.
absolutely. It was interesting when she got together with Travis Kelce, because I do think I felt like it was just kind of a hoax, them getting together, and it wasn't totally believable. But here we are. I mean, it's been over a year, I think. I think it's already coming up to a year that they've been together. I watched a little clip of them on this New Heights podcast, and I was kind of like, wow. I mean, the way he talked about her is how you'd want your man to talk about you. I mean,
Yep.
it was really sweet. Like he was just like, he said something about that he went to her concert, and he said she's up on stage and she's performing for millions of people, and she owns that stage and she makes them believe in her and become Swifties. And then he said she gets off the stage and she goes into a room and she's talking to him, and he feels like he's the only person in the room, which he was, but she makes him feel that way. And he was just saying the dynamic that she can bring is so incredible. And he's like, I knew when I was walking out of that stadium that I had to meet her. And I just love that because he's such a celebrity, and he
Yeah.
was like almost starstruck by her, which I
It
think
all
was really
started, I think it was a year ago at this time before the
Mhm.
season started, and he wanted to give her a homemade fresh friendship bracelet. That was like
Oh,
the whole way it
yeah.
started, and he announced it on the podcast. So they even referenced back that their relationship started on the podcast. And there was so many comments of people whenever she would talk, he just looked at her like he adored her.
I
So
know. And they
they've
still
been
look at each other like that.
they've been very quiet in the off season, like obviously during her Eras tour. They were drumming up his, doing whatever they do
Mhm,
well. And then
mhm,
during the season, they do the same thing. But you could see in this off season and when she's not touring, they've been very quiet. And what did I just say earlier? Some of the
mhm.
strongest relationships are the quiet ones. They've
Good
been
point.
very quiet until the season is starting, until she's got something to promote. And
Yep.
that to me means it's a little bit real.
Absolutely. I'm rooting for them. I really am. I think he's a hottie. I watched him back when they had, I think it was called, oh, what was it? Like they did a reality show. It was like Chasing Kelsey or something like that. And I watched him back then and I was like, "Ooh, I like this guy."
Yeah.
So I'm okay with them. I will vote for them. All right, you guys, that's a wrap on this week's episode of Spilling the Tea. Thank you so much for joining us as we broke down some of the top stories of the week, including the Biden divorce. We're going to follow along with that and see how it all plays out, if we're going to hear those actual stories of infidelity. And of course, the latest on Love Island winners and so much more. Next week, we are going to be back with even more insider celebrity news, insider gossip, and so much more. We're going to follow up more on the Taylor Swift stuff because she is coming in hard on that stuff. So thank you so much for hanging out with us on Spilling the Tea. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Lucinda.
Until next time, keep your cups ready.
Because the tea never stops brewing.
Woo, we'll see you guys next week. Have a
Next
good
week.
one.